testing. We'll see how this goes. I need just some more onions and garlic. And then... Where'd he go?
Right behind you.
Lucky, you walk like my granddaddy. Okay, I need some garlic and some onions. Cartel Bay, BU Market. Hey, honey. Okay. Get some more onions. I think I'll get like one more. I get 2 more garlics. Okay, so now, if it's okay with you, I'm gonna TP you to Kimmy's Market because I need to go get some lobster tails.
Alright, I'm waiting on the Uber.
I got you. Hold on. Ooh wee. What we got going on, Cam? She really cleans the stuff over here. It's looking nice and spiffy. Alright, let me TP here. I guess we can wait for Lucky.
Hey, Kimmy's.
Yes. So this is a role play sim. Have you been here?
No, I haven't been here. I be going to Jackson's.
You say you go to Johnson's?
Jackson.
Jackson? Lord.
Yeah.
Lord. Yeah, I come to
That's all I know.
That's all you know is Jackson's? Well, now you know Kimmy's.
I know Kimmy's. Where were you at? Been at Kimmy's.
If I wasn't trying to make this soup, I would show you around. But I got to go, baby.
We gotta make this soupy.
Okay.
Do we need a plunger for this soup?
You lying.
This one right here on top shelf right here. I just want to.
This soup is about to be good. What are you talking about?
Okay. Soup is good. You always make good soup.
Thank you. Thank you. I try, sir. I try. Alright, so I'm just waiting for all of this to get sent to me so I could go. Let me see if this thing is even streaming for real. It is! Look at me! Streaming and whatnot.
Right.
Okay, so one of my lobster tails came in. You want anything to drink? Because you know they got real alcohol. This is real top shelf over here. I think I got most of this.
Yeah, I got one from my house. I bought that mimosa tray.
Yeah?
The mimosa.
Oh, okay. I think I got the mimosa, and I think I got some of the hard liquor too. Thug Life.
Thug Life.
Alright, let me TP you back to the house. Alright. I got 2 of my lobster tails. Now to stop.
Do this bring how you load this though? Like if I bought like one of these bottles, do we need like something for it to make it work? Cause you know like that was a whole tray. It was like one setup. It make the cups and everything come.
So when you click it, does it say tray or refill? Cause then yeah, you would need the tray.
It say refill. One say refill.
Nah, you need the tray. Which one is it? Because I might have it already.
It was the champagne. But I got the champagne on my tray because that's champagne and orange juice. That's how you make the mimosa.
Okay. I think I have. So you do have the tray or you don't?
I do. I got one. It's on my house on the table.
Hey, Mika. She watching this.
Hey, Mika.
So you said you got the tray at your house?
Yeah, but I can buy another tray. I need one for just to carry around now. Just pull out.
Okay, Hollywood. Go buy you a tray to just carry around.
A pop bottles tray. This is my pop bottles tray. Just whip it out and pop bottles anywhere.
Let me see what I got. I got Bloody Mary. I got beer. I got espresso. I have tea, a daiquiri. I thought I had mimosas.
Yeah, we can drink daiquiris. Come on, we don't need one. Without your daiquiri.
All right.
You know, I got drive. You know, you don't want to be drinking and driving, but I'm gonna sip a little bit.
Right, because you probably can't drive for real anyway. So no alcohol needs to be involved.
See, I can drive.
You know, you East Coast drivers.
Well, that's all I can say is we do our.
Boop. Alright. How in the heck? Oh, because I TP myself outside. Let's move this back to midday. Y'all can see it or whatever. Alright, Mika. So I'll do a house tour. Let me cook tonight and then I'll do another house tour video like this weekend. Life has slowed down a little bit, so I got a little more time. Okay, I'm just going to lag through the table. That's fine. Let me TP Lucky. Alright. Where he at? He stand up, y'all. I think Lucky got lost. Lucky! Uh-oh. Did I send the TP? Yeah. Okay, y'all. So while we wait for Lucky to arrive, if he hasn't crashed, I'm gonna just start making my lobster bisque. So I'm gonna sit on my nifty little Beyou. And y'all, pardon me. I normally don't go live, so this is my first time or whatever. Alright, what we got? So I had to run to the store to pick up some things. So I'm gonna res my lobster tails. So all of that can go into my BU assets. And then I'm gonna do my veggies. I'll do those for now. So all you gotta do is click it, click store, yes, and boom, it goes right into your BU asset. Let's see. Good. All right, so now that I got that taken care of, I need to start my prep dish, and I do that by clicking my cookbook, click continue because I once walked away. And let's see, I think I needed to do my sauteed garlic and onion first. So we're gonna go to prep dishes, sauteed, because that's where that dish falls under. And there you see, it's the first one, start saute onions and garlic. I'm gonna do 16 servings because I think that's how much I'm gonna need for my soup. So you click what you want to do, and you click select dish again, click it, and your stuff should rise. And I know, oh wait, do I need butter? Ooh, I might need butter, y'all. Yep, see? I need BU butter. So now I gotta go back to Kimmy's and get butter. This is what it takes to cook in BU. So for all y'all who be like, why are the meals so expensive? Y'all have no idea what we go through. So let me go to Kimmy's. So I gotta stand up again. Now I gotta go to Kimmy's and give me some butter. Now granted, I could just look at the recipe and see everything that I need and then just go get it from the store. But I have a lot of stuff in my assets already that goes to waste. So now I don't go pick up groceries unless it tells me I don't have it. Because I'm just, you know, maybe I'm lazy and that's why I don't put in the work. So now I gotta get some butter. I need to change my default so it's not always just on the state time. So I already know where the butter is. You can click the fake butter or the butter sticks. I'm gonna get me the Benny's butter sticks. And then I buy in bulk. This is why I always be thinking I have stuff. This is why I always think I have stuff. Alright. I'm a one. There we go. So all I need is this one stick and I can head home. So here's my lazy way of doing it. Since I have multiple pieces of land that I own, I'm going back to my main one. So I just look in my local chat and click where I teleported from and I go back from there. Real quick SL tip, right? Alright. So turn it. Let me see. So now I'm gonna raise my butter sticks. And we're gonna try this lobster bisque again, right? So first we're gonna saute our onions and our garlic. Ooh, there it is, y'all. I'm gonna cut up my garlic. I'm gonna do that. Put it in there. Is it the lobster? Yep. Let me see. Oh, now him want a PP. Alright. And that's it. Let me give y'all a closer look of what it's gonna look like while it's cooking. Oops, I got more butter sticks.
Man, oh man, LaChelle was not my friend just then.
I figured as much. Welcome back.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So now I'm just sauteing my garlic and my onion.
Yeah, I smell them. I smell them. They only see them, but I smell
them. Ladies, this is how y'all get them. Y'all know wintertime is coming. Y'all want to be cuddling and whatnot. Just invite him over while you cooking. Don't even push up on him. Just invite him over while you cooking.
Definitely a way to a man's heart right there. That'll get him hooked. He coming for the meals. He'll be by. Go talk to him to death. Feed him sometime.
Now all my butter sticks coming in, one package at a time. Alright. So before I decided to go live, me and Lucky were talking about how people come into SL, right? And maybe they're going through stuff in RL, and then they log on to SL and think that they're supposed to take it out on everybody that's there. Like, or they come here expecting someone to fulfill the stuff that they're missing in maybe their RL relationship. I was explaining it from a female perspective, and Lucky was giving it from a male perspective. So, do you mind repeating what? Not everything, but would you mind sharing some of the stuff that you go through, Lucky? I kind of put him on the spot, y'all.
Yeah, I mean, that's straight. I ain't on the spot. It be just real. But, man, I mean, there's some females in there I done bumped into. They basically, they want us to replace whatever they're missing in real life. That's definitely facts because I done been in situations where females say it's SL. When I meet them, we supposed to be friends. Like they feel like if we friends, we obligated to spend so much time together. Like I feel like we friends. We're gonna talk 7 days in a week. If I log on 5 days, I hit you 2 or 3 days. Shoot, that's friends. I'm not supposed to hit you every day. Every day you looking for a man instead of you just saying I want you to be my man or I want to lay up. They don't come out with just those streets. They later on tell you this ain't working out. How it's not working out? But we not pregnant. You gotta make sure you put that in there. We don't do the pregnant.
So I guess my question for you is, why do you think they're not honest from the jump?
Say it again.
Why do you think that they're not honest, like from the beginning? Why do they try to be like, oh, we just friends, when that's not what they really want? Why do you think they do that?
I mean, because they want you to stick around. If they come off that way in the most aspect, and then in SL, it's gonna be that every time. But when they don't want that and they just want cuddle time, companionship type of time, that's why they can't come off like that from the beginning. But really and truly, that's kind of sort of all they want you for. And everything else ain't going right for them. They log on the game, then they gonna hear heavy. you replacing everything they missing instead of them just saying it from the door, like, you know what I mean? Say, for example, some guys want you to say, hey, look, I just need somebody to lay up with, and you can prim me, and we do our priming, but, you know, you can do you, or that's what I need from you, and I need you every night. Say that. Don't say you want to be friends, and then you act like it's some real life type stuff, you know, one night's type of thing. So you give him some one night. Then now you expecting for him to go back every night. Maybe he don't want to go back every time. Maybe it wasn't that fun. Well, he don't want to tell you that, but you didn't think of that either. But instead of you just saying that from the door, you play it as though we could be friends, and then y'all was friends, and then you pushed it towards other ways or started showing other signs. And come on now, you throw it back in the circle, him gonna be right there to catch it. I mean, let's just keep it real. I mean, that's there's a 4-to-1 ratio at least.
Females to male.
Yes, I think so.
So let me get, so you said something, right? I was listening to the whole thing, but then you said something that caught my attention. First of all, people should know that you were an old schooler then. When I say old schooler, I don't mean by age. I mean he got some time in SL. When he say priming, because I don't think they call it that anymore. But that's what we call it. That's what we call it.
Yeah. Hey, well, let's be fucking then. Shit. Every time I said prim, I meant fucking. That's what I meant. Fucking. We get it in.
So, you said maybe it wasn't that fun. What makes it that fun?
I mean, everybody's fun is different. I mean, you know, everybody into what they into. There might be a dime or whatever, SBM, BDSM. I mean, you know, it's a lot of different, you know, sexualities on here. So that's whatever the fun that make them want to come back for more.
So, okay, it's really hard for me to get into that kind of stuff, right? And it's just because, for the most part, I enjoy SL for its creative aspect. Like, this is my vice. Like, a painter has their canvas, you know, graphic art people have their video or audio equipment, like, all of that, right? But I just enjoy the multiple facets of what I consider graphic art or SL. It's just, for me to really get into it, it's going to take a lot. Because most people, how I say it, I don't want to get myself in trouble. Um, when it comes to priming, right? I'm gonna use priming because the other word just sounds so vulgar and unladylike. Because you know I'm a lady. But when it comes to priming, right? I just it's really hard for people to get me in the mood with it. Like I've faked it a lot. Cause it's like, okay, so we just role playing, cool. But sometimes I think I'm role playing, and people are really into it. You know, you picking up what I'm putting down?
Got you. I'm picking it up.
Cause there are like some dudes right now. I'm trying not to incriminate myself, right? And have somebody hit me up. So what you saying? There are some dudes I was like, it sounds like some old cheap, like when they do it right. This is if you do it with Mike. Not everybody does it with Mike, but I could do it either or. I like to emote because I'm a para player, meaning for those of y'all don't know what para play is, I type in paragraphs when I emote because I play out the whole scene. I play out my thoughts. I play out like all of it. But I can also do it on mic. But it's like some dudes do it. First of all, people, if they bust quick in real life, they bust quick on SL. So I'm gonna put that out there. There's some people it lasts like 5 minutes, if that, and then there's some to where it just sounds like cheap, like dirty old manish, and it's like from a female perspective, a lot of times y'all dudes think y'all be like the man, and you don't.
Yeah. I mean, But yeah, see, and that's an example of what I mean by in your aspect, it might not be one of them. It wasn't as fun, so it's not something that you would just, you know what I mean? That's what you running for. That's what's driving the situation.
So it's not for me. So it's very rare that it'll actually physically stimulate me, right? So I don't go for that aspect. I come more so for the role play. What's the quality of your role play? Are you just in it for yourself, or are you in it for the art of it? And most of the time, dudes are just in it for themselves. And like now that I think about it, it's a lot of y'all out there that's like walking around with your chest out. But the only reason your girl ain't tell you that your perm game is trash is because she trying to be nice. But if you think about it, that's how it be going in RL too, though. Like to be honest. The only reason your girl ain't tell you that your perm game is trash is because she's trying to be nice. But if you think about it, that's how it be going in RL too, though. Like to be honest.
True. You got a point there.
Like I've prim with dudes and I'm like, oh, your stroke game is weak.
Yeah, see, and that's an example of what I mean by like, you know, it might not be as fun. You know what I'm saying? It's still getting weak. You ain't going back, and that's a vice versa thing. See, when I was saying that earlier, it didn't fully mean like fully for just the men. It was for the women too. But it's so many women that's looking for fulfillment without saying that. You know what I mean? Like, don't just holler it's SL, woo woo. And that's but you if SL is SL, for example, like I was saying, they get mad by not telling you what they really want. SL is SL. If we hang out or whatever, but we only friends. We not no title. We don't got no titling. So if we hanging out and we ain't got no titling, then we friends. You see what I'm saying? So we hang when we hang. If we can't hang, some point in time in that day when you want, I'm gonna have to catch you next time, or you gonna catch me next time. That's it. Just work like that. That's how it work, because real life do cut into a balance of SL life. I don't care how people try to put it. Like it is what it is. They go back to the personality. You gotta take care of real life shit in order to keep playing this game. And that's what it is. When you say it, when you hit the X, it's done. So don't expect for them to give you more than what you expected. Mainly if you don't say, so you got to speak up. Like that's a big thing with women, and us guys. I've been hearing the stories about us too. We gotta do a little better too. You know what I mean? Tell her you just trying to prim her. Don't tell her you want her to be your girl and all this extra shit. Tell her you want fuck, just like that. You know what I mean? Some of them with it, but some of you want to be fuck buddies. That's it. But you gotta tell them in a nice way. I don't know how you word it up, but you gotta word it up in a nice way. You don't want to make them feel ratchet or like a hoe. I'm just saying. But they with it. A lot of them with it. They with it.
That's just what I was about to say. On the flip side of that, right? So if I go back, it's just because I'm probably low key bored and I don't have anybody else to role play with. So whatever. I mean, like I said, I'm not in it to get off, so I don't get upset that you wasn't able to do it for me. But a lot of these dudes will be on here flexing hard on some you females always want to be in a relationship, woo, woo, woo. And then they meet somebody like me. Now you've known me for years, right?
Facts. Definitely known you for years.
It's hard for you to tie me down. I'm not here looking for my next partner or not. Like if I were to partner with somebody, I would partner with somebody like you because we got a cool friendship and we could probably be like, hey, we're gonna lock it, no strings attached, but then do an open relationship. You know what I mean? Because I'm one of the few women on here. I'm not looking to start a family and have a bunch of kids and build this empire off of our family name. Like if we doing it like on some real Lucius and cookie stuff, and it's to make that coin. Okay?
Right, make that coin, definitely. Yeah, definitely that's how it would be with you, for real. And they gotta understand that when they approach you, for real.
But
that's not what you're about. You're not into that.
Exactly. And dudes be acting like, oh, and I've literally, like I've literally had dudes be like, yo, I just want to be your friend. You know, some of them might even have girls in or wives in real life. And so they be like, I just want to be cool with you. And I'm like, cool, because that's all I want. And then the first time, like, I'm not trying to be up under them or caked up, or I don't come running when they call. These fools be all the way in their feelings. And it's like, yo, I thought we were on the same page. Like, dudes be trying to put it on women, but a lot of them say they don't want more and low key do. And then they only determine they don't when the woman ain't giving them what they want. Then they try to flip it and put it on her. But I've had multiple instances. We never primmed or nothing. Some of them I did prim. I'm not gonna play. Um, I've been on here 11 years. I'm not gonna act like my little mesh. Well, my mesh poom poom don't, but my prim poom poom got mileage, right? Not because I'm smashing with everybody, but I've been on here a long time, so I'm not gonna act like I've never primmed because that would be a whole lie. Curiosity alone has made me prim. So let's be honest. But once you took like you could prim with somebody, and then they like, I'm not gonna lie, I be. I like get up and start getting dressed, and they like, "Where are you going?" And it's like, I thought we was just. But they feel some type of way because I don't want to lay up and cuddle afterwards, and it's like, dude, we said that that's not what this was.
But you know, that's there for you, kind of sorta.
Yeah, but then you also got those dudes, right? To where they trying to do just like they do in RL for a lot of them. They looking for a couch to lay on, and by a couch to lay on, I mean they looking for some free land. They looking for some lindens. So they do promise these women the world, and then when the women like, okay, cool, so now you living on my sim, or I'm paying your tier, or I'm helping you out in any kind of way, and you said that we were in this, where you at? And then they getting mad, talk about, oh, she want more, but he don't tell you that he been, God dog it, now I need chives. He don't tell you that she been sliding him like 20K a week or a month. He just explaining like, now she all in my messages because she saw me talking to such and such. Hell yeah, if I'm dropping 20K on you a week, listen, you gonna, if nothing else, you my whole escort now.
Well, but I mean that's see, and that's different. When she tipping the bag, then she's supposed to be like, hold up, nigga, where you at? Why you ain't logged in? Damn right, she didn't pay for your services.
See, and that's what a lot of these dudes don't say though, right? They don't be honest about that.
Dang,
Like,
that's what I mean by keeping it 100. They don't say exactly what they want. And women, we need more women to just be to the point. What you want? Just say it. You be surprised how many guys probably be with the shit. You know what I mean? Same as females. You know what I mean? Like they might be interested in you, and then they found out, look, you ain't even into the premise. So yeah, that can be your prim girlfriend, and then we can be out there. You know what I mean? You never know. You might get some situations like that, but then you gonna fall into that from honesty.
100% facts. Hold on, I'm about to call you via IM because I gotta run back to Kimmy's, and I know you probably don't feel like TPing 1,000 times.
I'm right.
Okay, can you hear me in here?
I can hear you.
Okay, so yeah, I'll be right back. I gotta go get some chops, but a lot of these dudes be faking the funk, and then some of them they'll use women to trick off on them so that they can use the money to trick off on other women. And then when these same women got expectations, they be online trying to expose them and play them. And it's like, you didn't tell everybody that you was broke in real life and using this lady to flex for another lady. Let's keep it 100, sir.
Big facts, and that's a lot that's going on too. And then that's when females they drop the post and niggas ain't shit. It's because really you chose ain't shit niggas. Them niggas wasn't shit from the beginning. Like when they pressed the login button, they wasn't shit. So Of course, you gonna feel like all the SL niggas is that way. I mean, for real. I be seeing SL niggas, the good niggas, they always come last, for real.
True. Because I'm not going to flex. Like, a lot of times women don't get on here trying to chase the popular dudes. And most of the time, like you said, the popular dudes ain't shit.
Right. The Madani bodies. It's the clout. You know what I mean? The alias in the cut dude, they ain't sweating him, but he been hitting that box. But she's so busy at the set with such and such DJ, man, he had all the boxes into him. He gets song requests in and hit me later after your set. All in one motion. All day, every day.
Okay.
He's proud.
I dated
a DJ. So, and that was just a something simple. What if he can build and he a good creator? Oh shit, they really in this box then.
Yeah, and what a lot of y'all don't know, I've dated a DJ and been friends with many DJs. A lot of times y'all be in their boxes thirsting and they be copy and pasting it to us laughing at y'all. Like, we gotta do better.
Yeah, facts. And that's an example right there. Truth. SL. So don't say SL. SL is really what you make it. You got ones who log on here and say SL boring. Oh man, that's the worst. SL boring. SL can't be boring. SL like the World Wide Web. It's thousands of fucking places that your ass ain't never TP to. For one, you gotta find it by word of mouth. It's not even in the search bar. So right there, you probably never been to it or seen.
But the gag is, I found a bunch of stuff just using the search bar.
It's more than just staying in the clubs. You know what I mean? We get a lot of that too.
Right. And
people that say it's boring, but
exactly.
You stay in the club every day.
And then, so this is not a shot at anybody, just keeping it real, because I've been on SL a very long time. Then you had them people that they don't have fun, and a lot of them are like this in real life. I guess fight me, link up and fight me. I don't care. A lot of them are like this in real life to where they cannot enjoy anything unless they with somebody. And I don't mean with somebody like kicking it with your friends. I mean, they legit can't enjoy stuff unless they're like in a relationship, booed up, and able to like take pictures and show everybody they enjoying life. Like, some people legit can't enjoy themselves unless they're in a relationship.
That's facts. I know a couple females like that out here running on the grids. You know what I mean? They definitely, if not, they feel like SL boring. That's exactly what it's boring. It's nothing to do. I mean, somebody, and then they just always want to be up underneath of you, always around you. Like, because you making that SL the best of it can be, but you don't got no breathe time for yourself. Just to breathe.
That's what I'm saying, but
you invite your friends over, she go stand off in the corner, but she's still there. You still there. We can't talk, man, talk. You still around. You got to go. TP away.
But like, some of them, they can't enjoy alone time in SL because they don't like it in real life. You know what I mean? Some of them log on, and I'm not knocking nobody, because when I first joined, I was one of those people. I had so much turmoil going on in my real life that I logged on to SL to get away. But instead of trying to jump in another relationship and become emotionally dependent, which is like a whole nother conversation, because y'all be trying to put responsibility on people that they don't need to have. But rather than jump in another relationship and be booed up and use that as my escape, I got into clothes. Luck will tell you, it's plenty of times where he would just kick it for like hours and we would just talk and I just make clothes. Like,
make clothes for hours and she in a whole nother screen. Abby never even moved. Just like just standing there like statue, and I'm just in there chilling.
Yeah, because we be having deep conversations, and I can have real conversations with Luck. You know what I mean? And he gonna be honest with me, and I can be honest with him, and we gonna be cool tomorrow.
Yeah, cool. Definitely ain't offended. I like to know what my friend thinking. I mean, we ain't got to agree. We can agree to disagree. She feel one way, I feel one way, but we talked about it. I know what she thinking. So when you put us on the game show, we gonna win, because I know how she will be thinking versus how I will be thinking. She gonna be thinking. She told me, because we can talk. Because we can talk. If it's your friend, talk to your friend. Sometimes your friend's gonna say shit that you ain't trying to hear, you don't want to hear, and you gonna feel like they wrong. Listen to them. It don't make them wrong. It ain't gonna hurt you to listen. Shit, if you friends, shit, you gotta listen to them talk about some shit that you don't even want to talk about. How you want to talk about some shoes that you can't afford to buy anyway, but your homegirl, she can buy them, and you talk to her about it, don't you? Let your friends out in that sales. You'll learn a lot about them, for real, for real.
100% fact. And me and Lupta had them real conversations to where if I was out of pocket or like if I'm complaining about something, he'd be like, but Chelle, me and you have had this issue too because X, Y, and Z. And I don't be like, what you say? I'd be like, oh, okay. You right. And vice versa. If he come to me like, yo, this chick is doing this, I'd be like, but look, let's talk about what you doing. Are you leading her on? You know what I mean? And it's never, well, you supposed to have my side. It's always a, nah, I'm not doing this, or you right. You know what I mean? And we got that mutual respect.
She definitely stand up for y'all women all day. She fighting for women's rights. She be on y'all side. She want to hear both sides. Proud of me. Like, headed to her. Damn, that's why she feel that way.
That's how
I say, oh, shit, well, maybe I was wrong. And then, you know, the ones I did wrong, they know how to say sorry to them. I was out of pocket.
That's because you a good dude. Whether anybody wants to admit it, Lucky's a real good dude. He gonna give it to you 100. But, and I shouldn't say but, because that's still a good dude. Lucky's a good dude. So that's why you go back and apologize. Because you're like, okay, maybe I could have handled that situation differently. And then you move on. And that's another thing, ladies. When he says sorry, if you accept the apology, move the hell on. It's not sorry, and then every time I get mad, I'm going to bring up that you did this. It's not sorry, and every time you catch me red-handed, I'm going to throw up that you did this. If you forgive a dude, forgive him.
And vice versa with women. If you want to forgive them, forgive them. You know what I mean? You can't hold on them. And then this degree, for real, like, gentlemen, stop being mad because your woman end up in the same spot as the nigga she used to mess with. Look, this degree. You know, it's only so many popping hot clubs and grids and sims that everybody tend to want to congregate up on one sim all the time. I mean, that's hundreds of us now at a time, but congregate at the same parties. I mean, we're going to be at the same parties. We run in the same circles. We those from urban designers, you know. We know the same. That's how you met her. Remember that. 9 out of 10, that's how you met her. Y'all running in the same circles. You see.
You got cut off. You said you ran in the same circles and then your mic cut off.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. But just remember that, you know, with us men out here, because I don't know I got a couple other female friends that had problems with that, man. Because these niggas jealous because they're around their exes. You know, just remember how you met them. The grizz is small for real. Mainly when you run it only on the urban scene.
Exactly, because the urban community is small. No shade. Second Life probably about to delete my account. You know, Linden Labs gonna be playing. But the urban community is small and we're not represented that well. Like, even if you look on a lot of the showcase pages of Second Life, it's not us. It's not. There's like one of us. You know how they had a token, right? So the communities are small and you only know about stuff through word of mouth. So if you see a bunch of the same people at the same events, because it's like that's all they know. So you can't get mad at that.
Yeah, it can't be mad. Both vice versa. That man probably don't want that girl back, but she run with, you know, some little girl fraternity and just little cliques of girls that hang. Hey, they might cross paths, be hanging out in the same vicinity. Don't hold it to him. He got TP out. Okay. Take the collar off his neck if he ain't really collared. Take the collar off. Let her be free.
You aggravating with that.
Well, let her be free. Let her be free. If you ain't into the collars, because some of y'all be having collars on your women and you ain't even into that. But you be expecting and wanting her to do all this stuff like she is supposed to do that, but that's not how you came off. Again, go back to saying what you need.
Facts. and it amazes me how 3 out of every 7 men is a dom or SO.
But everybody with a dom. I mean, to each his own. I don't knock it, but you got to be crazy as a bet to just want somebody to just turn you into a slave, basically. But you'll click this button and be like, you'll click the button and be like, you want to stand up for black rights and fight, wrong and unjust. But you log into the game, you want somebody turn you basically into the slave. You do as they say, when they say, how they say.
So here's
what they say.
Here's the flip side to that, right? I'm gonna tell you the flip side. A lot of them don't know a thing about BDSM. They wouldn't know a real dom if you walked up and punched them right in the nose, right? But for the dudes, not all, for some of the dudes, it's more about looking like a pimp. And for some of the females, some of them just do it because whatever dude that they tried to pursue has said, "Oh, I'm a dom. I don't do." It should be called vanilla relationships. If you know anything about BDSM, you know that. But they'll be like, "Oh, I don't do monogamous relationships. I'm a dom. This is BDSM is all I do." When a lot of times, most of them are just trying to be pimps. But the women will be like, "Well, fine, I'll be your slave or your submissive, your toy pet, whatever role she's playing." She'll do that just to have the man, not because she's into it. Then, now see, you done started me off on my tangent. Because I am submissive by nature, and I'm into polygamy, and it's probably because of most of the time I don't want to be bothered. So I'm cool with you having multiple women you could tap into because that keep you out of my face. But anyway, so women would do that, and then they let the dude collar them, and then behind the scenes they be like trying to break up the house, like be on some real messy stuff. How can I start issues between him and all his other women, and then there's just me? But it's like, little do you know, yeah, it'll be down to you before he go find somebody else, because he already told you from the jump he was not into vanilla. So you have him just for that moment, but he gonna go after what he want because he told you what it was. And women, we gotta stop doing that. Stop being like, look, I'm showing y'all my empty room. I know I ain't finished decorating. I just bought this sim. But you gotta stop doing this because you think that it's gonna keep a man, and then get mad when you don't get the results that you want. A lot of them in the club on collars and then have attitudes because their dude is in the club trying to collar somebody new. Like, you knew what it was.
You knew what it was. You walked into that situation. You was okay with facts. That's definitely what I was about to add on to what you said. You know what I mean? You walked into that situation. So when you walk into it, that's what you get. Like I said, I don't knock it. Do your thing, but just like you were saying, that's all that. When I hear that, that's all that go back like, probably like 7 years ago. When that was like the big thing, when everybody was into the collars and everybody wanted to collar everybody. It's just like, we already heard that wave of all these supposed to be pimps, because that's basically what they wanted to be, pimps. But they didn't really know what they was into for real. They weren't following it. They just did it with their own twist. So I respect it, you know what I mean, but do your thing. That's all I'm saying. Do your thing. But if they're not into that and that's not what y'all agreed upon, don't feel as though, the females need to do that. Like, don't do that. Same with the guys, you know what I mean? For y'all females, because y'all be like definitely on it. Y'all be hawking. Y'all be big hawking. Hawking as in, you all in the box, what you doing, where you at, why you ain't come. You know what I mean? Y'all hawking.
And another thing you gotta also put out there, if you decide that, hey, this is the game I'm gonna play, whatever you trying to do it for, you gotta keep it 100 too. And you gotta play your position. If you're gonna play a submissive, that's what you're gonna be. If you know that that's not your thing, don't. Because then I seen a lot of women get collared and they be like, no, I'm submissive, and they do the whole yes daddy and do everything he say, and they let him lock up their SL, because there's the RLV, restrained life viewer, to where he can control who's IMing you, if you can IM, where you can go, or he know where you going. He could do all of that. But then y'all be on some monogamy stuff, like, well, where you at? You a sub, sis. That's not your lane. He could be wherever the hell he want to be. That's how it is. That's the role you chose. Oh, why you talking to her? Cause she coming to the house, sis. Move over and make room. Like that's what it is.
Facts. That's big facts. And that's part of like what I be hearing too. You know what I mean? A lot of females said they tried it, and that's what it was. It was like always this one female that was trying to like manipulate the situation.
I had like a terrible experience. Like I said, I'm naturally submissive, so none of that bothers me, right? And my deal, because you're supposed to have a contract between the submissive and the dom. So you say, all right, these are my restrictions, because you as a submissive can have your own restrictions. And mine was always, don't interfere with my business. If I'm making clothes, don't you snatch me nowhere. Don't stop. Don't interfere with me doing that. Other than that, you could do all that other stuff, because you know I don't be going nowhere. I don't really be talking to anybody, so I don't care. But that was always my thing. Like, just don't interrupt my work. So I was always solid in whatever house I was in because I was no trouble. In fact, they would help you. They would have me train the other submissives. You know, they got house rules. Like, it's real. It's almost like a fraternity or a sorority, to be honest with you. So it's like rules that you gotta abide by. They go through like a trial period where they determine if you even gonna be in the house, like all of that. And it was chicks who they would try to like get in good with me and then go back to the dom and try to act like I'm doing something or saying something, and it's like, uh, dum dum, you do know that he has access to all my stuff. So if you tell him that I IN'd you this, he could go look. Like, you don't know that? Like, that's how this works. So I had plenty of situations where chicks would see that, oh, like almost like on some old oh she the bottom bitch type situation and try to move me out the way. And it's gotten so toxic that I have left houses because I was like, as a dom, cause see, that's another thing. Dudes don't understand, as a dom, you got responsibilities too. It's like, get her together. That's not my job. I'm not here to be arguing, fussing, and fighting with her. It's your house. Clean it up. So dudes, the same thing. If y'all gonna throw on that tag, it's a lot more than just running around the clubs with your girls on leashes. And that's another thing. I didn't have to wear a leash or a collar because we knew what it was. And it was that simple. And that's a lot of times how you could tell if somebody's doing it for the looks or they in it for the lifestyle itself. Because they be doing too much sometimes. But I don't know. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I was cooking and I was like, yo, I want to go live. And Buck was like, well, let's go live then. So I hope y'all enjoyed the conversation. I made some cute little lobster bisque. I hope you enjoyed the semi tutorial because after I stopped talking about it, then I just let y'all see the steps. I hope y'all have a wonderful evening, a happy holiday. I need to go get ready to be on another live stream anyway. Luck, you gonna be there for the Truth or Dare with Strangers?
Definitely, I'm gonna be there at that Truth and Dare for sure, man. Make sure y'all tune in. Hila's page. Hila's name will be look her up. She definitely hot. We gonna be on there. Truth or Dare. See you later.
All right, y'all. Peace down the middle.